Deep down, Republicans in Congress know exactly what the consequences of Donald Trump's attempts to overturn the 2020 elections were. After all, they were, almost every last one of them, inside the Capitol on January 6th. They heard the chants of "Hang Mike Pence." They heard the breaking glass. They knew the Capitol had been breached. My next guest was also in the Capitol that day. A veteran of two wars, a former Army Ranger, the Congressman Jason Crow. You see him here in this harrowing photo taken on that day, consoling his colleague, Congresswoman Susan Wild, who was having a panic attack as the Trump mob pounded on the House chamber door. He talked to my colleague Lawrence O'Donnell 5 days after the insurrection and described what that day was like.
Yeah, I was afraid, and I think that's really important to admit, because we were trapped. We were surrounded by a violent mob, and I've seen riots. I've seen mobs before in Iraq and Afghanistan. I've seen what they're capable of. They can, tear people apart, literally. So I knew that we were in a very difficult situation, and that's one of the reasons why I decided to call my wife, tell her I love her, and to relay that to my children as well. And I certainly haven't felt that way. I haven't been in a position where I felt like I would have to fight my way out in over 15 years. But to be honest with you, it was actually worse as I look back on it and as I process that experience than it was in Iraq and Afghanistan. Because when I was a Ranger, I was trained, I was armed, I was prepared for it. It was what I was there to do. None of us were ever expecting to be in that position and as vulnerable as we were that day.
Joining me now is the Congressman Jason Crow, Democrat of Colorado, member of the House Intelligence and House Foreign Affairs Committee. Congressman, good to see you again. Thank you for being with us tonight. I'm remembering those conversations you and I had shortly after January 6th, and I wonder whether you and Susan Wild and others were not in the same place as your Republican colleagues, because today, just today, your colleague, Jim Jordan, has sent a letter demanding documentation from the Fulton County DA, Fani Willis, sort of justifying these charges, justifying the indictment. I'm not quite sure whether Jim Jordan's had an opportunity to read the 98 pages. I'd be happy to send him a link to my reading of it. But it does seem like he and his colleagues and you and your colleagues were not in that same chamber being threatened by that mob that same day.
Well, it's always good to be with you and that small walk down memory lane there. Listen, the Republicans have tried to rewrite history in the time since January 6th occurred. We actually were kind of in the same place, both mentally and physically. And there was this moment in time in the days and weeks after January 6th where I thought that the fever had broken. In fact, you had Republicans coming out and saying enough was enough. We're not going to do this anymore. We have to turn the page. We have to hold people accountable. But then weeks turned into months, and months have turned into years. And even people like Kevin McCarthy, who the night of January 6th, after we went into the Capitol and the Capitol Police retook the House floor and reconvened proceedings, he even called me out and others by name as folks that held the mob at bay and helped preserve our democracy. And now you fast forward today, and now it's just another protest and another walk in the park. So they clearly have failed in their leadership challenge here to push back on Donald Trump.
There's yet more to it. I want to just put up a screen that shows what it is that Jim Jordan is asking for from Fani Willis. He wants all documents and communications related to the DA's office use of federal funds. He wants documents pertaining between the DA's office and the Department of Justice, including Special Counsel Jack Smith, and between the DA's office and the Biden administration. So you can see how this request is going to turn into a campaign thing or a slogan for Donald Trump, right? The idea that the federal government run by the Biden crime family is funding and coordinating an investigation, a witch hunt into Donald Trump. He's using Congress for Donald Trump's campaigning, basically.
Well, it's kind of what they do, Ellie. They actually do something and then they project and they accuse other people of doing exactly what they're doing. And in this instance, they have said this is a political witch hunt. And the only ones politicizing this judicial process are the Republicans who actually make it into political theater, because here are some things that are facts. Grand juries indict people. Politicians don't indict people. DAs don't even indict people. So when people get those jury notices and they show up at courthouses around the country and they show up and their number is called, a certain number of those folks are peeled away into a grand jury, just like everybody else. So it's a jury of peers and regular Americans who actually issued this indictment, not Jim Jordan, not a Democrat, not the DA, not the special counsel, nobody else. So that's actually what's really going on here, despite the claims that there's some kind of political motivation here. And the other thing is there's all this smoke and mirrors around, coordination with DOJ. Listen, prosecutors actually coordinate at levels all the time. It is actually standard practice for federal prosecutors to work with local prosecutors, state and local, and to share information and to refer cases back and forth. Now, I don't know whether that happened in this instance or not. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't, but it happens all over the country every single day, because that's right. How our judicial system works.
It's not a sign of an underlying conspiracy. Congressman, I always thank you for your service. We thank all of you for your service when you run for office and when you get elected to office, when you serve in the House of Representatives. But little did you know that the extra service that you did as a Ranger was going to come in handy on January 6th, and we thank you for that, and I know your colleagues do. Congressman Jason Crow.